Unbelievable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions! Good on Pepe!
Goal! It doesn't get any better than that.
Hello everyone and welcome to Laurel Hill Park in Secaucus. I'm Sam Lopresti for Game and Frame, and we've got a wonderful matchup for you today in the APSL Metropolitan Conference between Hoboken FC and Doxa SC. Hoboken, their last home game before the winter break, and goodness me, have they turned around. After such a terrible second half to last season, Hoboken have roared. 7 wins out of 9 and only 1 loss puts them second in the Metro Division, just 3 points behind New York Greek Americans and 4 points ahead of the defending champions, New York Pan Cyprian. They're the top scoring team in the division and will look to keep that going today. Doxa, on the other hand, started slowly, but they have been pulling back. They are in 7th now on 11 points, but they have not but they are unbeaten, in their last 3, including a 4-4 draw against Leros 2 weeks ago. They will look to put more distance between themselves and the relegation zone so they don't have to go through what they had to go through last May towards the end of the year. It is a chilly day, but it's a good day for football here in Secaucus, New Jersey. We'll have all the action for you right after this. Today's Game in Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. Welcome back to Secaucus. We have a starting lineup for Hoboken. Andrew Bordy in goal. Across the back line, Adam Garner, Stefan Koroman, Brian Paredes, and Ethan Bazan. Enrique Hurtado and Mike Park in midfield with Luke Smith in the attacking midfield position. Israel Neto and Cameron McGregor are the wingers around Mike Bello. Bello returning to the team late in the winter after arriving late spring. He was one of their keys down the stretch. Scored in pretty much every match he played for Hoboken. Really is amazing what can happen in the space of an off-season. Last year, Hoboken were reeling from the loss of Ali Dawa, their main striker, to Lansdowne Yonkers. They never really could replace him. Never found a consistent replacement. But with Bello back, that's a huge boost, and they've already got Cameron McGregor on 8 goals in only 6 games. Bello celebrated his return as a sub in the middle of the week on Wednesday when Hoboken beat Vistula Garfield 3-0. And off we go. Hoboken in their all blue. Doxa in the yellow with black stripes. Stefan Koroman. Bazan played a bit as a winger earlier this year. Back in that left back role that he was manned for a while here at Hoboken in place of Kiroy Lionel, who is serving a suspension. Park gets that back inside. And Doxa are going to be able to run now. Good play by Bazan to herd that toward the center and prevent the breakout. Good pressure from Hoboken. That's been a point of emphasis this year for them. Freddie Rosales knocked that off his own man. Still with Doxa though. Park, the defense. Bello nearly picked that one off. Going long, Rosales. Brian Paredes clears it away. Robert Cabrera has to back it off. And almost picked off by Hurtado there. Now this one goes long! And William Marmont comes out of the goal. That was a quick one-shot counter. And Bello almost had it. Khalid Daoud receiving the ball. There was a foul. Paulo Primavera got taken down out on that far side. Doxa hoping to avoid the fate that befell them here last year. Their last trip to Laurel Hill Park did not go well. Beaten 5-0. And now a whistle coming. Some remonstrations between Doxa's bench and the referee. This is going to be restarted with a drop. Milorad Sobat. Sobat. Adam Garner intercepting that ball, but Navrush Shukarev keeps possession. Not for long. McGregor. McGregor getting that into the middle. Advantage is played. Hurtado couldn't keep the momentum going. He maintains possession. Paredes out to Garner. Garner. Smith. Nice interchange there. Almost lost his handle though, and then he did. Cabrera gets that upfield, and all Paredes can do is knock it out. Nifty passing there. Rosales trying to get that entry ball. Sprayed out wide by Christopher Morandi. That ball's headed out. Recovered by Shukarev. Shukarev again. Really all alone there, and he had nothing that would give him any help. It's Morandi and Duga Dembele, you can see them at the top of the formation for Doxa. Here is Adam Garner. He's got space to move. Garner looking for Bello in the channel. Overhit it. It'll be a goal kick. Hoboken trying to establish something early. Keep their pace with the Greeks. That's up, headed by Park. And Park, that got hit. That was a big clash of heads there. He was on the business end of it. Don't know if the referee will have called the foul or if that's just a stoppage for the head injury. Park is up quickly. And Shukarev is also walking over to the bench, I guess, to get checked out by the trainers over that clash of heads. We're going to start with a drop ball. It's going to be Hoboken's. Off we go again. Paredes. Hurtado. Now Park. A little bit too much. Doxa trying to counter. Good play by Park. McGregor. McGregor inside Park. A little too much. Hurtado fighting. Wins the ball from Daoud. McGregor again. McGregor behind Bello. Wasn't expecting that last little run. Here is Dembele. First time he's gotten onto the ball. Foreman got a piece of him, but no foul. They're calling that shoulder to shoulder. Dembele's first touch. He is their leading scorer this year, 6 goals. Ooh, that was Primavera stripping Bazan, but there was nobody to hit that to, and it's an easy one for Andrew Bordy. Claiming crosses like that, one of his big strengths in the box. He has made much harder ones than that look easy. McGregor making up for his mistake on that bad pass, and now a foul by Cabrera. And this is going to be a very interesting spot. Hurtado. Now it's going to be Israel Neto to take this. Neto, who scored in midweek against Doxa. Great solo run. He's going to put it up towards the back post, just over McGregor. It's still in play. Park. Bazan. Now here's Neto again. Neto tries to switch. Looking for Paredes. And now Doxa looking to run. Daoud into the middle. Morandi. And that one peters out. Neto again. Bazan. Everybody's still out of shape. Now starting to get back to where they're supposed to be. That free kick by Neto, inches above Cam McGregor's forehead. That was a bit of a push there by Shukarev. No call. Here's Morandi. Morandi along the ground. Daoud. Daoud with Koroman up on him. And that comes off of Daoud last. Good play there by Stefan Koroman. Of all the changes that Hoboken has undergone since their last game of the year last season, the back has stayed relatively the same. Koroman, an addition to the group that includes Kelvin Brito. Josie Sanchez hasn't played a game this year for Hoboken. That's into the middle. Marmont claims it. Bello is giving the Doxa backline a bit of a handful. Dembele has it poked away by Hurtado. Last time they were here, they let Hoboken striker run all over them to the tune of 4 goals. That was Luca D'Estasio, part of that really epic heater that D'Estasio went on last year. There's a foul on Bazan. D'Estasio last year went on a stretch of 11 goals in 5 games during the fall. And it looked at the time like Hoboken had found their answer to losing Ali Dawa. But then he went cold. He only scored once the rest of the season. That was on the last day. The arrival of Bello certainly helped. It's Robert Cabrera to take this shot. Or to take the free kick, rather. That is headed wide by Chris Reardon. Bordy triggers it back in quickly. It's been a brisk game on a brisk afternoon. 47 degrees currently. The wind making it feel about 7 degrees cooler. And wind is something that you have to contend with at this field with the Hackensack River right behind us. That one mishandled by Dembele. Ethan Bazan overlapping as he gives it to Neto. Neto trying to find Bello, but Sobat steps in front of that. Ooh, trying to leave it for Cabrera. But Hurtado loses it too. Upfield, Paredes beats Morandi to it. And he's going to be able to stay under control. Koreman. Good. Outlet pass here to Bazan. Bazan moving forward. Neto. That's a good tackle by Primavera. And Dembele. Back to Primavera, but his ball looking for Daoud is mishit. Bazan has been getting some touches lately. Rides Dembele, but he couldn't keep it in. Thrown back in. Shukarev. And that's going to be a foul. Chance for Doxa to pitch the ball into the box again. Doxa, the only team that has managed to register a shot thus far. And that header by Reardon the last time they swung one in. And they have put their biggest guy on him in the box this time. There's a header! Wide of goal! Shukarev. That is very, very close. Bit of a warning shot. For Hoboken, that's twice now that Doxa have been able to get heads to the ball on those free kicks. That's something they're going to have to tighten up. Paredes. Hurtado. Neto. Nice pass in for Park. Park, too far for Bello. Right idea, wrong execution. If you'd like to take a look at some more action here on Game and Frame, we've got a succession of kickoffs coming. At 6 p.m., it is the fourth qualifying round of the U.S. Open Cup, Oakland United and Vistula Garfield. Also U.S. Open qualifying at 7 o'clock, Zum Schneider will play New York Renegades. And at 8 o'clock, back here in the APSL, it's New York Penn Cyprian against New York Athletic Club. Here's a good passage of play from Doxa. Dembele. Across. Paredes blocks it and keeps the ball in. Prevents the corner. Shukarev. Rosales. Popped all the way back. Could have been a hospital ball there. McGregor now pressing. Good play there by Sobot to get it out to Rosales. Rosales up the wing. Dambelli. Paredes on him. Forcing him toward the corner. And he's going to pop it out for a throw. 19th minute at Laurel Hill. McGregor gets that one. Sobot pokes it away from Bello, but only as far as Neto. McGregor. Moving that across. Here's Bazan. Bazan looking to overlap. Doesn't beat Primavera to the ball. Reardon. Reardon again. That one deflected out for another throw in. The light is getting low here. Assume we'll see the lights coming on relatively shortly. That's a mistake there by Doxa. Bello. McGregor. Good covering. Rosales. They've been focusing their efforts on this left-hand side the last few minutes, Doxa. Dambelli trying to get that back. And is blasted off of this man, and a yellow card there to Robert Cabrera. First booking of the game, I didn't see what it was for. Clearly he brought that back for something that had happened during the action. Bazan. Moving quickly. Neto. They're really swarming Neto on that side. Reardon. Moving it upfield. Hurtado pokes it away. Park. Taken down. That's going to get a whistle. And that was Cabrera, who needs to be careful now. McGregor doesn't get a call there, but that pass is wayward. Back it comes for Hoboken. Smith. Garner on the move. Garner! And that was nearly an own goal. Wonderful reaction by William Marmont. He was headed the other way. Hurtado spins to shake Dambelli. Garner. Square for McGregor. Bello forced back. And that's taken away from him by Khalid Daoud. Park poking it back. Upfield, Koreman winning the ball. That's going to be Hoboken with a throw. Garner. Hurtado. Dambelli with a press. Morandi blocking the ball. And Paredes with a great tackle. Otherwise, Dambelli was away. Paredes brings it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Bordy. Neto. That ball had some contact from the defender, but McGregor's got it now in the channel. McGregor turning around. Bello scores! Another game, another goal for Mike Bello in a Hoboken shirt. 1-0 to Hoboken. McGregor got that deflection in the channel. Great dribbling along the byline. We'll get it back into play. And in the 24th minute, Mike Bello slots home his second of the year, his second in 4 days. And now, how do we see Doxa respond? Plenty of time to do so. Rosales can't win that cleanly. Paredes trying to find Garner, but that pass is intercepted. Daoud, handful of shirt. That is Bazan popping it up. Garner now. McGregor wasn't onside. It's the third assist for Cam McGregor on the year, to go along with his team-leading 8 goals. That all coming now in 6 games and change. Made his debut at the end of September against Nyack at Travers Island. Trying to push that around the corner to Park. It didn't quite go where he wanted it. Sobol. That's good work by Luke Smith. Playing in a spot that is normally occupied by Ewan Sanchez. Sanchez unavailable today. Bello into the box. And is there going to be a Hoboken want a hand there against Cabrera? Looked like Cabrera played it with his foot before it deflected up onto his arm. One goes high into the air. Paredes. Cabrera. Bazan pops it up. Koreman didn't have anybody to take that upfield. Reardon hits that one way too hard. Lights have come on here by the banks of the Hackensack River. Bordy. Won by Cabrera, but second ball goes to Bazan. Neto. Smith. Good interplay there. Smith now pushing it forward. Into the channel. Bello. Neto! Marmon able to get a hand on that cross, and it was cleared just as McGregor was about to find it. Meanwhile, Dambelli. That's a tackle and a half from Koreman. Takes it off Morandi. Neto. Trying to get past Primavera, who's been having a very good day on that right flank for Doxa. Bello almost mishandles. Nice ball around the corner by Smith. Neto. Bello. There's room here. Bello. To the byline. And another one that Marmon is able to get to just before McGregor. Another run here. Daoud. Daoud. Trying to flash that across, but it was a little bit too soon for Morandi. Doxa have run a couple of good counterattacks in this first half. Haven't been able to get anything to pay off. They've had two very close misses off of free kicks. Headers by Reardon and Shukarev that missed on either side of the goal. Haven't been able to fashion a shot yet from open play. Hoboken really have just the one. But they were clinical. Dambelli. Daoud still fighting. Forced back. Daoud again. Daoud. Daoud to the byline. Garner gets a foot to it. I think that went over the fence. We're going to get a new ball in. First corner of the game for either side comes as just after we pass the half-hour mark in this first half. 1-0 Hoboken. Delivered near post, and that pinged off one or two players before Bordy came to get it. Wasn't the best of deliveries. Paredes. Moving across the formation. Smith receives. Here is Bazan. Up to Neto. Takes that away. That was some great play by Bazan. Neto gets tipped down and it's a foul. Reardon. And this is a direct free kick opportunity. Haven't seen many of these this year for Hoboken. The man who usually took these was Spencer Burkhart, who, along with his brother Corey, has called time on his time at Hoboken after the penalty kick win in the New Jersey State Cup final last year. They're going to push this one through, and Neto blasts it wide. It is a goal kick. Hoboken insisting that that came off of somebody. Today's Game in Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. And we've got a new ball out there, but it's not going to do much for Doxa unless Marmont gets back into position. Here we go. Sobat. Stung upfield. Hurtado. Paredes. Good job in the air. Nice header by Hurtado. Smith pushes it forward, and the flag goes up on Israel Neto. Hoboken, 11 goals conceded this year. But the bulk of that came in one game. That was right here. You saw it on Game and Frame with us, that wild 5-4 loss to Greek Americans, their only loss of the year. That was a misplaced clearance by Park, and Daoud takes a shot at it. Pretty easy save for Bordy, all things considered. First time that Doxa have found the target, though. McGregor. Great ball by McGregor. Smith can't beat a pair of Doxa players. Now Cabrera. Back to Marmont. Cabrera. Trying to move that upfield. That is Bazan getting to it. He's had a good day there. And Park gets robbed there by Daoud. Gets it out. Dambelli. Shot is blocked by Koroman. Bazan can't keep it. Reardon. And mishandled there by Primavera, but McGregor thought Bello was already moving quicker than he was. One goal in the 24th minute. That was Mike Bello off the really great dribble and assist from Cam McGregor. Shukarev, referee, getting in the way a little bit there. That pass deflected. Koroman can get it out. Bello back to McGregor. And trying to find Neto there, but he overhit it badly again. Reardon. Sobat. Here is Morandi. Morandi dribbling. Went for it himself. That was blocked by Paredes. And now Hurtado's on it. Smith. Cabrera trying to push him, and Bello was a step offside there. Hoboken getting caught by the flag a couple times in this half. Cabrera. Out wide, Primavera. Dambelli doesn't get beyond Koroman. Neto. Tries to leave that for Smith. It was a little short. Shukarev. Morandi has to back that up to Sobat. Here's Cabrera. Morandi again, taking it from Rosales. Morandi tries to back it out to Shukarev. Shukarev. Good period of attacking momentum this for Doxa. Now a shot. Bordy. Down for the save. Doxa have been on top here the last few minutes. About 7 minutes until halftime. And Hoboken absolutely want to stay ahead at the break. McGregor. McGregor. Good feet there, but he can't get past Sobat. Here's Morandi coming the other way. Paredes stepped out. Couldn't quite get control of that. And now on a shot at the near post. Bordy saved that with his chest and then able to smother the rebound. Throws it out. Smith. Bad pass though. Mishandled there though by Doxa. Here's Bello. Reardon with a sliding challenge. That was McGregor with a fair one there as well. And now Hurtado is called for the foul against Daoud. This game has had a really quick pace to it. Out spraying it wide. Shukarev earns a corner. Rosales going over to take. Coming up on 5 minutes to go until halftime. At halftime, there's a discussion being had now in the box. At halftime, you'll all see our nominees for the October Save of the Month. If you wish to vote on the winner, you can go to the Game and Frame Instagram page and vote on the post. Voting is open until 11:59 p.m. tonight. Winner would get a Salt glove bag from Salt Athletic. That's some nifty play there, and the flag finally stopping the play there. Garner had appealed for an offside on that initial ball. He got away with yanking back on a jersey there, but maybe knew that the flag was already coming. Bazan into the middle. Bello looking for McGregor, and he's called for a foul against Rosales. Knocked him to the ground as he was trying to get to the pass. Referee's assistant brought his flag up immediately. Here is Rosales. Out for Dembele! Dembele! That is a fantastic save by Bordy! Koroman caught out of position. Dembele one-on-one at point-blank range, and Andrew Bordy, one of the best keepers in the conference, and you can see why. What a save. Bello! Park whiffed at that and is going to get called for a foul on his follow-through, hitting Reardon. What a save by Bordy. Talking about our October Save of the Month nominees. That'll probably hit the November reel. Reardon, meanwhile, like he maybe got a spike to the foot. Marmont will trigger this back into play. Upfield. Going up, Park wins that. Cabrera. And he's held back by McGregor there. Cabrera can't really get into too much hand fighting though. Playing under caution after that early yellow card. Here's Reardon. See if that shot to the foot has any effect on him. Cabrera, rejected pass by Luke Smith. And now a really long one, and Bordy will just let it skip wide. A minute to go plus stoppages until halftime. It's been an entertaining match. A lot of fast-paced attacks and counterattacks. The product in front of goal has been lacking a little bit, except for that one moment between Cam McGregor and Mike Bello. Rosales. Good play to shield that off by Shukarev. Rosales. Across the middle. That's over Bazan, and it's in! On the stroke of halftime! Dambelli evens it up. Seven goals this season for Dambelli. You got the feeling that Hoboken was starting to bend a little bit too much as this half wore on. They're going to have to go after it again in the second, and Hurtado slips there and very nearly loses that to Morandi. Able to recover. Here's McGregor. Gets that one in a little too far for McGregor. It's going to stay here, though. See just how much stoppage time we'll add back on. Referee did just take a look at his watch, and he's going to call it now. Well, Hoboken taking the lead midway through, but falling to a late strike right on the stroke of halftime by Duga Dambelli. It leaves us knotted at 1, halfway home here at Laurel Hill Park. The score, Hoboken 1, Doxa 1. Now enjoy our nominees for Save of the Month.
Not interested. Silva, that's a useful ball. Gomes brings it down. Gomes! Fantastic save by Jamalau. A tremendous stop by Jamalau.
Dambelli's going to let go from distance, and it forced a brilliant save out of Eric Edwards. Just a touch out of his feet, and from seemingly nothing could have produced a wonder goal if not for the intervention from the Jamaican goalkeeper there.
He brings it into his possession. Houlihan chops it onto his right foot. Shot! Excellent stop by Hoffman. A snap shot by Houlihan is equally met by Gunnar Hoffman, who had to get low.
Work Empire. And it's saved! What a save! Hurtado, the savior of East Coast today.
Now Woods likes to put in a good cross, and he does. There's another header wide open, and a beautiful save from the keeper. What a dive to prevent the 5th goal.
Field Rosnes, who started the game at field, Campbell with a effective shot. It was really well caught, and Juan Cruz again caught into action, tipped it over the crossbar.
That one's onside. With the 1v1 with the keeper. Oh, between his legs, and it's a save. Romano comes up with the goods.
Another high corner kick. Past the net. But another shot on net. Another great save by Andrag, able to keep it out on the second effort. He made a diving save, and while the ball was still in the air, he took his offhand and pushed it out.
Club box. Komenko on the box, on the ball now. Left-footed shot. Keeper did well to get a hand to it. Excellent shot from the number 35, but Owen Goronsky tipped it over the bar.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Welcome back to Laurel Hill Park. Hope you enjoyed the nominees for October Save of the Month. We had a contender for the November award earlier in the first half from Andrew Bordy, but he couldn't keep out Duga Dambelli right at the end of the half. That is why we have the scoreline we do, 1-1, all to play for in this second half. Hoboken making a couple of changes. I can see Sebastian Dahlhoff on the field, number 18. We've seen Dahlhoff a lot at Hoboken too in the Cosmopolitan Soccer League, so a promotion for him today. Abdul Wedraogo, number 17, is the other new player coming on. Dahlhoff on for Bazan. It was Bazan who missed the header that let Dambelli get onto the ball. Took a bad angle to it and let it fly. Off we go for the second half. Moving upfield are Doxa, looking to maintain that momentum that they ended the first half with. Last 10 or 15 minutes saw Doxa really hold. It is deflected out. Hoboken want to get back on the scoring train. That ball is into the middle, just a little bit ahead of Israel Neto. That was a good ball by Luke Smith. He didn't have a lot of time to control it. Hurtado, nice move. Hurtado using the width of the field. McGregor sends Garner down the field, down the line. Garner back into the box. Picked up by Vasilios Brisnovalis. He's the other man in this five-man back line that's in the center. Koraman. He and Paredes have played very well in the center of defense today. That is mishandled by Wedraogo. Hoboken has a lot of depth on the bench. That will be Doxa's. No, that's going to be Hoboken's. Referee overruling his assistant. Hoboken came into this game with 18 outfield players available. So enough for 8 changes by the end of the day. Good play there by Paredes. But sent right back by Rosales. Dambelli. Taken by James Greco, number 8, who has come on. I believe Robert Cabrera is the man he replaced, which would make sense with Cabrera playing on a yellow card for a lot of that first half. Neto ended up putting that one behind McGregor. Good moves up to that point. Here's Dambelli. Sebastian Dahlhoff getting his foot in for the first time, and a foul on Dembele there. Ouedraogo coming in, I believe, from Mike Park. I don't see him on the field anymore. Dalhoff. Corman. That's Ouedraogo. Across the field to Garner. There's a lot of width on this field, and Hoboken have been using it. McGregor into the box just behind Bello. That little miscommunication. Remember, Bello's only been here for this week. It's his second game back. Potential for the need to develop some chemistry with some of the newer players on this team, like Cam McGregor. Reardon. Upfield. Daoud. Khalid Daoud with a shot that's blocked right back to him. And there's another one, and it's just wide. Oh my goodness, Dembele. Dembele. A whisker wide after the tackle that dislodged the ball from Khalid Daoud. Dribbled over to him. Almost. A shocking turnaround for Doxa. Here comes Luke Smith now. He puts that in for Neto. Neto couldn't quite carry it with him. Gonna have to regroup, look for some reinforcements. Hurtado. Now it's gonna come out. Garner looking for a tackle there. Looking for a foul as well, doesn't get it. Hurtado will get whistled for one there. This game was fast-paced in the first half, but by the looks of it here, this could be end-to-end stuff here in the second. Doxa generated a pair of shots off of free kicks like this earlier in the game. Another one in. That is over his intended target and an easy claim for Bordy. He sends Neto on his way. Neto. That one bent behind Bello. Sobot ultimately winning the ball. Garner trying to get a foot in. Here's Morandi. Chris Morandi. His shot is blocked and cleared out. But Sobot brings it right back. Chris Novales. Now Primavera. High into the air. Ouedraogo. Furtado. Long ball looking for McGregor. And Sobot had to head that down to his keeper. Avru Shukarev. He saw some good moments in that first half. Chris Novales. For Dembele. He's got Koroman with him, and that is over the line. trigger back in by Dahlhoff. Luke Smith just went out and in to free himself up. Smith. Hurtado. Push it to Garner. Hoboken moving again. Here is McGregor. McGregor across. Cleared out by Sobat. Bello and Neto were both there. Now into the box. It's just over the head of Smith. Neto. Ooh, that looked like he might have won that cleanly off of Greco, but he's called for a foul. This game was already at a breakneck pace. And if anything has changed, it's that it's gone even further. Here's Daoud. Koroman blocks the shot. Header over by Morandi. Good ball by Primavera. Got some more action coming. The game between Vistula Garfield and Oakland United starting in just a little over half an hour. U.S. Open Cup fourth round, qualifying round. An hour after that, Zum Schneider against New York Renegades in the U.S. Open Cup. And then back to the APSL Metro. New York Penn Cyprian Freedoms, the defending champions, against New York Athletic Club. Dahlhoff gets hustled off the ball. That's a weak pass there, and Hurtado can intercept. Almost got it taken off of him, but Garner is back in. It's a nice dummy by Neto. Smith. Smith looking for McGregor in the channel. Sobat was there. A couple of these balls from Hoboken have been generally on target, but have been defended away. That is another one. Did Sobat avoid the corner? He did. Smith. McGregor. Oh, good play there. Smith. Blocked again by Sobat. Cleared out. Wedrogo brings it down for Paredes. Hoboken trying to turn the screw here. That one's flicked away by Reardon. And Doxa need a minute to breathe. They haven't been getting one. Paredes. And he is the victim of a foul there by Dambelli. This is an interesting push from Hoboken. Board. Bello. Dahlhoff. Wedrogo. Sorry, that was Hurtado. Now Wedrogo is on the ball. Back to Hurtado. Paredes. Hoboken looking to start trying to seal Doxa into their half. It's another throw in for Hoboken. McGregor dispossessed there by Freddie Rosales, but the defending becoming a little bit more anywhere will do for Doxa right now. Smith. Neto. Neto looking for room. Still going. No foul there. But Paredes and Neto stayed down for a bit. Referee calling for a stoppage. And Hoboken agitating for a foul to have been called there. Start it with a drop for Wedrogo. Neto seems to have shaken that off. Hurtado, Smith. No, sorry, that's McGregor. And that didn't quite have enough venom in it to trouble Marmont. I believe that's Marmont's first save of the day. Only other shot that has hit the target for Hoboken was Mike Bellows' goal. Now come Doxa. Forward. Garner gets it away from Daoud, who's really been floating around the field behind the two strikers. Shukarev across. Dalhoff gets it out. That's going to drop. Almost dropped for Daoud. Koroman blocks that. Cross. Dambelli. Primavera. Greco. They're going to reset. Good crossfield ball. Daoud and Dalhoff. Dalhoff got hit somewhere you don't want to get hit, I think. It's going to take him a second to get up. Referee, I think, understanding what Dalhoff is trying to shake off. This one out. Looking, I don't know if that was supposed to go to the far post. It was ended up being out towards the boundary of the penalty area. It's a good play by Shukarev. Into the middle, Garner's going to concede another corner. Now Doxa applying pressure. We have gone back and forth. Swung in, header, Bordy! With a hand on it, and the referee's calling it, it's a goal! It looked like Bordy just about got his hand on it, but it stayed. But it didn't stay in the field of play. Didn't quite see who touched that one in the scrum. We'll have to figure that out in a second. And now Hoboken are chasing. And this is the last thing that Hoboken want to start reverting back to some bad habits that have plagued them over the years here in the APSL. Last two seasons they have dropped points against teams that you would think they really shouldn't be dropping points to. Garner measuring up across. Now he's got it. Neto! Into the ground, but easy for Marmont. Immediately trying to respond inside of half an hour to go. Hoboken have time, but that clock is going to become more and more of an enemy. Paredes backs it up to Bordy. Garner. McGregor. Great play by McGregor there. It's deflected. Bello puts it in quickly, and now a foul. Called on Sobot. See if Hoboken decide to use that depth on their bench at all to try to push. This free kick could net them something. 65th minute. Neto to swing it in. Greco reaches out a foot, and now Doxa can run. This is dangerous. Daoud. And Dalhoff disrupting that a little bit to break the momentum, and then stops it cold, and it's Hoboken's ball. Smith. It's the first time since that game against Greek Americans that Hoboken have allowed more than one goal in a match. And that is smoked over the goal. And out of play. Regret to say that in that scrum, I didn't see who got the last touch for Doxa. I don't even know if it was the initial header or if it was another touch after that. That is up in the air. Paredes. Hurtado. McGregor. McGregor pushes that one a little too far for Garner. Sobot to Shukarev. Doxa, meanwhile, have only gone to their bench for one player. That's going to be a foul against McGregor and a yellow card. First caution of the game for Hoboken. And now there is a change in the offing. 2, 3, it looks like. Garner, Neto, and Hurtado are all stepping out. Where substitutions are unlimited in number, but players can't re-enter. Onto the field, Dorgeles Koulibaly is one of the new arrivals. Samuel Epitime, another one of the newer signings on the field. So is Tyler Diaz. That is flicked back to Bordy. Chest sit down and blasts it out. Headed away. Doxa with a lead to protect now. Epitime. Dalhoff. Dalhoff slips, but Primavera couldn't win it cleanly. Epitime. And that time it is won cleanly. And Diaz is going to get called for a foul there. A little bit too rough a bump on Dambelli. And Doxa taking their time, sending the ball back. More than 20 minutes to go. I think it's a little bit early for that sort of gamesmanship. Referee not satisfied with the inflation of that ball, though. Grab the other one, and Epitime immediately intercepting the pass. Bello couldn't get the return ball to him, though. Reardon. Dambelli fighting with Smith and Dalhoff. The two Hoboken players coming away with it. Epitime. Diaz. Smith. That's headed away from Bello by Reardon. Greco. Gonna try to slow things down now, Doxa. They got the goal to get into the lead, and the flag very much up on Dambelli there. Diaz. Dalhoff. Puts that ball in. That's a good ball! It was Koulibaly who was the one at the end of it in the end. Really good ball by Dalhoff, but couldn't connect with it. Marmont up the field. It's out for a Hoboken throw. Does Doxa decide to clam up here? Maybe easier decision if they were to get something off of this attack. Shukarev, he's tackled by Smith, who's going to get a booking there. This is going to be essentially a diminutive corner kick. Not that far from the edge of the box. Doxa looking to find something that might clinch it. He swings it over! That was over the crossbar. What a fantastic shot. It was over the bar by inches. And then it went down the net, which took a second for me to figure out exactly which side of the net it was on. Korelman seems to have moved out wide. McGregor, good play. McGregor, shot is blocked. Sobot headed back the way it came. Long ball towards the box. Marmont is gonna get the punch. Not taken out there by Bello, no indication that the referee was going to call that one way or the other. Some more changes for Hoboken. Hoboken back at it, but they're not going to keep the ball here. Luke Smith stepped away in that last round of subs. So too, I think, did Koreman. Kelvin Brito is on the field. Veteran defender for Hoboken. Diaz leaves it for Epiteam. Primavera trying to face him up. Ooh, that was behind McGregor. Epiteam thought, again, newer signing, not as much chemistry. And Shukarev will take a tumble. Doxa trying to bleed time. Referee is telling Vasilios Brisnovales just that. And he will add the time if they waste it. Brito takes his first touch. Also onto the field is Kevin Santamaria. That ball stolen away, though. And if Doxa can defend through possession, that will be all the better for them. Morandi, highly outnumbered there. Paredes gets it out. Good ball by Brito. Was a little bit too far. Here's Novales. Now Sobat. Rosales. Great tackle. Paredes with a fantastic challenge. If he got that wrong, a lot of things could have gone wrong for Hoboken. Meanwhile, Hoboken back to attack. Santa Maria. That was a good shove in the back there by Brisnovales on McGregor. No call, but possibly should have been. And now we'll see Paredes try it again. Now here's Greco. Greco is free! Bordy forces him wide. And finally, a foul is going to be called. Bordy has made a couple of fantastic goalkeeping moves today. That was another one, winning the one-on-one by forcing Greco out wide and drawing the foul. Epiteam. Ooh, that's a nice ball. Nice footwork there, and Bello is going to spin Greco down. Doxa. "12 minutes away from a really important win for them. Hoboken would really take a severe blow in the standings. It would allow the Pancyprians and Lansdowne Yonkers to catch up. Pancyprians playing against Nyack later tonight here on Game and Frame. Brito. Koulibaly has it taken off of him by Sobot, who's played a fantastic game, and that's a foul. Hoboken have been trying to break into that upper level in this conference. For the last 2 years, they finished in 5th. But they want to join that big three. The Pancyprians, New York Greek Americans, and Lansdowne Yonkers. They've had a lot more success against them this year than they have in the past. That 4-3, that 5-4 loss, that's gonna be a foul for Epitime going down. Game against the Greeks, they were either ahead or tied until the final minute of stoppage time when Elmadi Yusufi scored a penalty kick to give the Greeks the win. The other of the big three they've played this year, Lansdowne, they beat them a few weeks ago in Yonkers. It's the first time that they've done that in APSL play since they were promoted. This is their 4th season now in the APSL. That's headed away. Dalhoff deflected that right into the path of Dambelli. Some danger here. Dambelli, it's right at Bordy. Thrown out to Santa Maria. Bello. I think the only two guys that are untouchable on the field right now are Bello and McGregor. Koulibaly. Santa Maria. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball. He ends up going out wide. Brito. Diaz. Drogo. Santa Maria. Tries to find McGregor. It's deflected by Shukarev. Hoboken's throw. And now Doxa has a man down with what looks like a cramp. I think that was Shukarev. Doxa have not made a change in this half, with the exception right at halftime of Greco coming in for Cabrera. May have to here. Shukarev looks like he's going to try to run it off. He will have to leave and re-enter the field with the trainer coming out. Kelvin Brito may be ready to launch this one. Nope, he's going to back it up to Drogo. Paredes. Hoboken needs some of that offensive clout that has made them the top scoring team in the league, and that's a foul, and now a big opportunity. ticking over into the 84th minute. And this can go a couple of different ways. It's very central. Not really predisposed to either foot. Maybe a right footer like Diaz. We've got Diaz, Santa Maria, and Ouedraogo standing by it. Diaz into the wall. Epi team quickly out towards the box, headed out by Sobat. Kelvin Brito was right behind him, waiting to take that one. Nice dribbling. Sobat again, rejecting it. Still Hoboken in possession. Diaz. Bello now. This is Ouedraogo. He wanted the shot, but I think that was Morandi who got in front of him. Clipped in by Dalhoff, and the header well wide by Bello. Five minutes plus added time. Now Doxa will make their first substitution of this half. And it is Shukarev who is limping off. And the referee is there a clerical problem with the change here? Oh, Daoud also coming off. I don't know if there was a player who came on before he was supposed to. Not supposed to cross the line until the player that you're replacing is over it. We'll see how these late changes affect things for Doxa. Greco. Here is Dambelli. Dalhoff throws him off. Diaz with a mistake. That's brought right back, but offside is called. Martin Nikprelai, number 12, one of those substitutions, and number 18, Grady Kozak as well. That ball is flown in, cleared by Primavera. Back out to the outside. Koulibaly with the feet. That's why Ouedraogo did not handle that well. Dalhoff, though, keeps it in. Diaz runs away from Morandi, but his pass is repelled. Bordy out beyond the penalty area. It is officially crunch time for Hoboken. Epi team gets around Primavera, trying to get a ball in, but he was closed just in time. Greco. Dambelli. Dalhoff in the way of that pass. Santa Maria. Koulibaly into the middle. That is down. McGregor briefly had it on his chest. McGregor backing it up. Diaz keeps it in. And a foul against Hoboken there. 2 minutes to go. Reardon and Bello taking a tumble together there. We'll see how much time we'll get. See if the referee gives any indication that we can find. Riznovales is in no hurry to take this kick and put it back into play. He will send it long. Paredes wins the header. Ouedraogo. Epitim. Moves inside of Morandi. Diaz. Hoboken. Chasing the equalizer. And Epitim put that past Diaz. Here's Dembele. Dembele. Into the middle. Kozak. That's blocked. Morandi blows it over. Today's Game in Frame broadcast is presented by Umbro, celebrating more than 100 years of football. Learn more at umbropremier.com. Hoboken would like 100 years more to try to find this equalizer. They've only got about 5 seconds before stoppage time comes in. Koulibaly. And a foul called there. That was Nick Perlai. And Nick Perlai is going to get a yellow card as well. Pretty much everybody forward except for Sebastian Dalhoff. Into the box. Ooh, it looked like Bello. That's in! No! Flag is up! Bello and McGregor. It looked like they jumped into each other there. And whoever took the first touch the second was offside. Hoboken have that one stripped away. Was that the moment that they could have done it? That's a handball. And Kozak might get some attention from the referee for time wasting if he keeps doing that. Epitim moving around Morandi. Bello trying to give it back to him. Dalhoff can't get it. Nice move there by Kozak. Paredes sends that forward. Flying is Rosales. Rosales heading for the corner. Get up, says the referee. Can Hoboken fashion one last chance? Diaz. Epitim. Can they get it to the feet of one of their two-star forwards? Into the box. Inaccurate. Marmont claims. About to finish the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Marmont getting the countdown from the referee. The new rule that could potentially award a corner kick if the keeper holds it too long. Not a lot of time left. Diaz. Dalhoff. Trying to enter with Bello. Reardon got a foot in. Diaz, that's another handball. Morandi left his hand out. And again, Hoboken with a chance to go direct on goal. This is a ways further out. Only Kevin Santamaria behind it this time. Santamaria over the top. And that's got to be it. A year ago and change, Doxa came here and got keel-hauled. A 5-0 win for Hoboken on that day. Right now, they are looking at a big win. Primavera. Anywhere will do. Still we go on. And a yellow card coming out. I believe that's for the coaching staff on the Doxa bench. Bello. Rosales had a handful of his shirt. This is going to be a corner. Everyone up. Andrew Bordy is moving all the way to the center line. And yeah, they're bringing him up. And Dalhoff too. Everyone. No, it looks like they're keeping Dalhoff back as a last man. Again, the referee with some instructions as to just how much contact you can make in that box. Has to be the last chance for Hoboken. In it goes. Taken out. Still in Hoboken's possession. Another ball in. Marmont there before Koulibaly. And that will finally do it. A huge win for Doxa. Depending on the other results of the day, that could vault them up into sixth place. Hoboken, meanwhile, a cruel blow. Obviously, too early in the season to start talking about whether or not that's fatal for their hopes of finally making the top four. But it certainly puts them in a position that is not as strong as when they came in. Mike Bello opened the scoring for Hoboken. Duga Dambelli with the equalizer right on the stroke of halftime. And then in the 62nd minute, we still don't have a firm identity on that goal scorer. A scramble in the front of the box with the ball just going over the line as Bordy scrambled to claw it away. This one's going to hurt for Hoboken, especially with a trip to the Pan Cyprians looming the last game of their first half. That'll be on the 14th of December. The day before that, Doxa are back in New Jersey to face Vistula to close out the year. Hoboken are going to have to pick themselves up over the short Thanksgiving break. Speaking of, a happy Thanksgiving to all of you from all of us here at Game and Frame. The final score, one last time. Doxa 2, Hoboken 1. I'm Sam Lopresti for Game and Frame. Thank you, and join us for our next match.